Cincinnati council member Tamaya Dennard has been arrested on federal charges.
Her arrest this morning surprised her colleagues at City Hall. Paula Christian will have more on that reaction in just a few minutes. But first, Evan Millward starts our live team coverage with the case against Dennard and how she plans to defend herself. Evan.
Yeah, this case comes down to whether or not Tamaya Dennard sold a vote for 15 grand. In this complaint, you can see U.S. attorneys will say that they have texts, a timeline, and audio recordings to prove it. Her attorney says she didn't do anything unethical or illegal. Instead of leaving City Hall today, Tamaya Dennard walks out of the federal courthouse downtown.
It was hard, but she's got a brave face on, and we deny these charges.
Dennard was arrested Tuesday morning on federal bribery, wire fraud, and attempted extortion charges. It stems from a series of interactions from August to November 2019 between Dennard and a law firm employee representing a developer involved with the expansion of the banks and that new music venue. A federal complaint says she asked for help paying rent, help on a down payment for a new car, and, quote, breathing room, and got 10 grand, then 5 more in September before going on a $4,000 trip to Opal Sands Resort in Florida. The case came as a surprise to her attorney, Eric Larson. A call from WCPO 9 News Tuesday morning is how he found out.
Along the lines, if they brought her in, I would have expected to get a call ahead of time, so it was a bit of a surprise in that sense.
U.S. attorneys say on top of the 15 grand, Dennard later asked for about $1,700 from the FBI source who recorded calls and meetings with her. They say Dennard deposited more than 20 grand in her account from June through November, and they aren't sure where it came from.
What she's faced have been political issues. She's had all kinds of challenges in the past, and she's risen to face all of them. I don't believe that she's done anything unethical or illegal, and we'll be looking to fight that.
Dennard has faced several legal fights in her time in office. She is one of the so-called Gang of Five whose text messages landed them in court, and she has an eviction lawsuit still pending, a case of unpaid rent. And Dennard will be in court for that lawsuit at the end of this week. She'll be back in federal court in March. Craig?
Evan Millward reporting downtown tonight. Thank you, Evan. Obviously, this has sent shockwaves through the City Hall, and we sent investigative reporter Paula Christian there to get reaction from local leaders this afternoon. She's there right now live. Paula?
Well, we reached out to all 8 city council members. No one would comment or go on camera, not even PG Sittenfeld, who was once her boss. She once worked for him in his city council office.
All right, sorry about the delay. We are a little late. We were trying to get a quorum here. We don't have a quorum.
Earlier this morning, Dennard didn't show up to a city council committee meeting she chairs. Sittenfeld's chief of staff and Councilman Greg Landsman told us they had no idea what was going on and why she wasn't there. We tried to catch up with Sittenfeld this afternoon to get his reaction. PG, please come on camera and say something about Tamaya Dennard. We also asked Wendell Young. Would you say something about Tamaya? Are you sure? We also reached out to the mayor's office for comment, and we're still waiting to hear back. So far it's been a very quiet evening and afternoon here at City Hall. Coming up tonight at 6, I'll explain how rare it is for charges to be filed against an elected leader in the city of Cincinnati. Paula Christian, WCPO 9 I-Team.
Paula, thank you. Cincinnati Councilwoman Tamaya Dennard is scheduled to be in court this Friday. She is facing an eviction lawsuit accused of not paying rent.
Dennard is also involved in the so-called Gang of Five case at City Hall. She, along with Wendell Young, Chris Seelbach, Greg Landsman, and PG Sittenfeld, admitted to violating state sunshine laws by conducting city business over text message. The special prosecutor on the case is still working on if criminal charges will be filed, and there's no timeline for a decision on that.
WCPO 9 News will continue to follow any new developments on this story on and off the air. You can read more about Tamaya Dennard's arrest on WCPO.com.